Hey guys, it's Pottery Demon here, and I got a new video for you guys today. Today is a little bit of a quiet day, but I did enter the zone on camera, so that is like kind of interesting. I was thinking about something, and all of a sudden my hands were just doing their thing, and I was like totally lost. And that's at the last pot, and so that's gonna be kind of exciting for you guys to sort of see, maybe like what that looks like. I haven't even really seen what it looks like yet either, so I'm looking forward to see that. And then what else? Yeah, that's kind of it. I did some editing today. I made a highlight video for my TikTok and my Instagram. So just doing a lot of like editing behind the scenes stuff, but that's not stuff you'll see in the video anyway. But all right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoy. All the best. Strong mentality. See you in a second. Peace. Hello, everybody. It's me. I'm coming back at you again with another pottery video. I gotta grab the clay. Today is just gonna be just only throwing. I don't have too much planned for today. I did make I'm thinking about ways that I can, hold on, let me flip this up. I'm thinking about ways that I can make content on different platforms feel like purposeful instead of like reposts, right? So for example, I have a TikTok, but I can't get it. You know, it's like I really struggle with the TikTok thing. And then I realized, whoopsies. I said, oh shit, right? What I can do is I can make a highlight video of these pottery vlogs, right? And I can post those on TikTok. And that just, for me, that was a huge development, right? Because I didn't do that before, right? It wasn't, what I was trying to do before was I was just posting what I would post on Instagram, on TikTok, and and in the YouTube shorts, I'd repost those at TikTok. But then now I'm thinking, okay, well, I can have those fun pottery edits, you know, with the music on Instagram and my shorts. I can post images of my work on Instagram. I can post highlights of these longer videos on TikTok. And then on YouTube, you'll get the pottery vlogs. And I think that's kind of each platform gives you like people a reason to like be on it instead of just on only one of them, right? And so just trying to figure out ways to activate these different aspects of social media. At least that's, in my mind, what like a good influencer is doing, is trying to make sure their content is not just like reposts, right? And like the highlight video is like it is reusing the content, right? But it's not like reusing it in like a one-to-one way, right? Like I get to sort of control what. Oh, hey, come on, stay down, wheel. You see that thing want to pop up there? I can kind of control what is like what content I guess I show. Like if I want to be a little bit more funny on my TikTok, I can only show the funny parts from the pottery vlogs, right? And so it's really a fun little thing. Obviously I have to do some more editing. I think like what it would be awesome is like the sucky thing is that actually while I'm editing, I think I should be, actually I don't even know how I'm going to do it, right? The problem I'm having is like today it took me so long to like sift through an hour of my video, right? Then to edit that into a short, that's a lot of time, right? And so that one was great too, guys. Holy crap. I gotta go a little bit more in on this bottom part though. So there we go. This clay was a little bit less clay than what I normally do. I did get some more height out of this one than what I normally do as well, right? And so that's something that you can do when you have less clay. Just make it thinner. I mean, this is already a tree form, right? So it's like, well, it doesn't really matter if the trunk's thick or thin, I guess, right? But the height is kind of important sometimes. I've actually never looked at the pots this way before. Like, usually I'm looking at my hand. I'm not ever looking at this part, but okay, get some water. It's kind of funky. But TikTok added this thing where you can post long format videos, and they're kind of like pushing that out there right now for people to use it. So I wonder if these like highlight videos, because I can't get these highlight videos under a minute, they're a little bit too difficult. Where what I can do under a minute is I can boil down like a throwing of a pot down to a minute, right? But I can't with all the demos and shit that I'm doing on this, in the highlights, like what I did for you guys yesterday. Is just, there's just too much to do. I don't know. Maybe it's not. Maybe I shouldn't talk about this stuff during my pottery vlogs. I feel like it's hard not to though, because so much of my day is just like editing and like thinking about shit. So it's only natural that it comes out too while I'm throwing. Yeah, we're not gonna mess with that last one here. So now we're gonna just one. Two. Three. 4. 5. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. There we go. Dude, I feel like, you guys know League of Legends? I feel like I'm a character named Jin, right? He is like this. It's funny because he's actually an artist in the game. and his whole entire thing is like he has only 4 shots, and then he has to reload his weapon, right? And in doing so, while he's reloading his weapon, he counts off how many things. He goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, in a really weird voice. So I kind of felt like Jin there for a second. Where I'm counting the patterns of the throwing. So that was a pretty good one there, guys. Can't complain with that pot. I feel like I'm actually getting better again. Like earlier this week I was on the struggling, but now I'm slowly, surely getting back that groove. I was also looking at some of the videos that I like just make randomly, right? That's not even pottery related. That's not anything related. They're like for myself. Some of the shit I talk about is so weird. I don't know. Maybe one day like those videos will like serve a purpose. That's what I think. I'm like a video hoarder for my own self, right? Like I don't know why one day I feel like I'm gonna have enough time to like sit down for a long period of time and like sift through all these videos I've been making and like I don't know, like really just elaborate on some things. Maybe I'll like write a book one day and I'll be able to use some of that content, all these original thoughts I have that I'm not using at the moment, right? With the one hand, hit it with the one hand. Hammer. Look at that, guys. That's some good. Knuckle time. Though my weight, where I was placing my pressure, was a little bit off, and that's why you saw at that end part kind of got a little bit off kiltered there. I mean, really, guys, I think I'm getting so much better at pulling. I think it's gonna be fun after this year. And then I'll start making like normal forms. And then all of a sudden, I'll be like a fucking legend at the normal forms. Because realistically, all you need to do for this to get it to be like a pretty normal form is first you would like sort of fix this little spot here, right? Get a rib, smooth that all out, and then collar in that top, make a little bit of a belly through that middle section, and there you go. Okay, here we are. One, two, 4, 5, this thing underneath here. Nice, cut that off. It's so weird. Sometimes, like, I mean, although I'm posting every day, you know, you guys, like, it's such a weird feeling. I still feel like I'm, like, slacking off, right? It drives me crazy. I think that's a good sign, though, but there's so many people that just are, like, absolutely relentless. And I want to be like those people. This one, to rip it a little bit thin. That's okay. I keep thinking about how I want to glaze these. And have you guys ever seen a mangrove forest? Right? There's like these one certain type of monkeys that like live in this mangrove forest, and underneath the trees literally grow out of the water, right? The coolest, just absolutely the coolest thing, right? And as they're growing out of the water, there are these, what am I even talking about? As they grow out of the water, the monkeys, like, they climb up to the tops of them and they jump out of the trees, right? And like dive into the water for fun, right? It's so interesting. These trees, there's also mangroves in, ever play a game called Don't Starve? Right, there's a mangrove area on one of the maps. I think on the, like, the shipwrecked map, where you're out like a castaway and you have to survive. There is a similar thing. There's a mangrove forest. And whenever I see these pots, these trees, like, they're kind of windy, like how mangrove's roots are. And then I'm also thinking about, like, mangroves, they grow out of water, right? And I keep thinking about what the base of these pots is going to look like, right? Essentially, what I was thinking is you just take this, like, something about the size of the wheel, like I'll just throw a cylinder, like a big thick cylinder, and I'd set the trees on top of that cylinder upside down, obviously. So I'd flip the cylinder upside down so it's like a platform. And I was like, oh, do I want them to exist separately? And then I was thinking, oh, like, how cool would it be if I did like a crystalline glaze, right? And I filled up, and if it's that thick and it's flat, what if I made a little bit of a pool? And then the tree sits in that pool, and then I just glaze. And so the glaze is like going over that little edge to keep it glazed down. And then the freaking, like, it looks like it's literally growing out of glazed water, right? Like, oh man, it would look so cool if I could do it. But I still don't know. Like, I'm sure I'll do that on some of them, but I'm also thinking about, like, them being like little tiles, you know, with like random things on it, right? Like, maybe like one of the tiles has like a pack of wolves, right? Another tile is like a little house, and maybe some like little small, little wispy additions that I throw off the wheel, right? It's all options here. I'm only at 20 minutes. I already finished 2. I'm kind of flying through these today, guys. Knuckle, underneath, under. Great. Okay, collar this in. I lost a lot of that thickness on that top, so we're going to try to get some of this back. There we go. Not bad. Also, I've been seeing in the way of polling, it's like you see how that is? Like, oh, you can't really see my hand there. Damn, but it's like a really funky way to pull. I feel like if you got really good at it, of course it'd be good. It seems like you get a lot of stability. It's kind of a cool form. Get this glaze out of that bottom there. Alright, look at this, guys. Alright, now I'm here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Look at that edge here. So this is a little bit. So we're just going to start slowly tapping this back out into place. Now we're spreading our fingers out. Look at that. Fucking next level. Next level, mate. Sorry guys, I totally zoned out there. I guess I'll tell you what I was thinking about. I was thinking there this whole entire time I was playing out the scenario where there's a teacher that I really respect a lot, right? She's a wonderful woman, and she's always been very caring and considerate when it comes to my practice and my art, and so I was just thinking, like, once I get all this pottery stuff done, like, it'd be so cool if I invited her over here to see the space and all the pots I made, and just tell her like what I'm up to. And then, I was thinking, like, I want it to be like really formal, I was like, I'd be like, oh, would you like to come over for tea for 45 minutes exactly? I don't know why 45 minutes seems like it's just enough time to like say a few things, play conversation ping pong for like a quick second, and then after that, like go our separate ways, right? It'd be kind of interesting. But yeah, I have a lot of respect for her, and you know, I think she believes that I will like do good in the pottery world or the art scene, and so I think that's part of my goal, is to get to a position where I can like invite these people out and kind of be like it's seen as like a professional thing instead of just like hanging out, or like an old student wants to catch up. Like I want it to almost be like two artists want to like sit down and have a conversation, and I want it to be like seen that way, right? I think that'd be so cool. So that's what I was thinking about. I don't know why, like, I don't know if you guys remember when I was talking about the, like, when you're driving in the car, and then all of a sudden, like, everything kind of just goes blank, and you're just doing, and you're not even thinking about what you're doing. You're just like in that automatic mode. You literally, you guys just saw me go into that zone there for a second. So maybe that can give you like a perspective on what I mean when I say those sort of things, right? It's kind of a calm day too, anyway, right? Like, I'm just kind of throwing. Is this gonna fall? No, we're good. Look at this, guys. Ooh. You know, I forget how, like, every time I come down here and I see more of these things spawn, like these trees, I'm forgetting more and more about when I did them, where I did them, and so it's kind of a cool thing. When I come down here and I'm just like, what the hell? I just thought I moved pots back upstairs and like into that room where they're gonna stay until I'm done. I'm just like, how do they spawn so fast? It's so funny. But alright, guys, thank you so much for watching, as always. Hope you guys are doing well these days too. Hope you're thinking about things and trying to investigate like what you want your life to look like. But anyway, guys, thank you so much. All the best. And strong mentality. Peace. There you go.
I had what seemed like a movie scene happen to me when I was like 12. I was driving on this back road with my aunt and her boyfriend, and this dude just like popped up out of nowhere from the woods, and then was like banging on the window, and we were like, what the fuck do we do? So we were like screaming, and we just drove away. But like, that was very spooky.